So the first book I want to mention is really not about ethnic diversity. It's about women in STEM fields, but it's still a very good book to read. Virginia Valians. This is not the book. This is a piece of paper with a cover. Okay, it's not this thin, so don't get excited, okay? Virginia Valian's book, Why So Slow? Talks about why is the progress in getting women in STEM fields been progressing so slow when we've been talking about it for such a long time. And it's a meta-analysis of a lot of different aspects and angles, from industry to academia, medicine to health, all kinds of fields and stuff like that. It's a meta-analysis of lots of different research that has gone on. If we were writing this about ethnic diversity in STEM fields, it would be why so very, very, very slow, okay? But I want to read for you an example in the book. It's not hers, it's a meta-analysis of a study that she pointed out in the book. A computer model of promotion practices at a hypothetical corporation convincingly demonstrated the cumulative effect of small-scale bias. This study was done by Martell, Lane, and Emrich in 1996. This simulation created an organization with an 8-level hierarchy staffed at the bottom level by equal numbers of men and women. The model assumed that over time, a certain percentage of incumbents would be promoted from one level to the next. It also assumed a tiny bias in favor of promoting men, a bias accounting for only 1% of the variability in promotion. The researchers ran the simulation through a series of promotions. After many such series, the highest level of the hierarchy was 65% male. The model shows clearly that even minute disadvantages can have substantially long-term effects. And she goes on to say, Virginia Valian goes on to say, and a 1% bias vastly underestimates the disadvantage that women have in the corporations it was modeling. So let's think about PK through 12 and underrepresented minorities, and you're going to tell me they only have a 1% disadvantage in our nation today? The disproportionality of their presence in low socioeconomic status, the social capital from lack of advantage and opportunities their parents and grandparents had, the blatant and the subtle biases against them, you're telling me that's only 1%? Is there any wonder that we at the college level are looking at a situation where the pool for those students who are really ready to come into our institution are nowhere representative of their presence in the population? This subtle bias matters. So we have to make sure that we are not looking for blatant bigots. I mean, they are there. There's a few in Texas. I don't know if you've ever run into them, but they're there. Okay? But if we keep just looking for that, we have missed the problem. And the problem is the microaggressions, the subtleties. For African American female faculty, the problem is the microaggressions mount up, and they don't stop when they leave campus. They happen in the restaurants. They happen in the department stores. They happen all the time. And so it is not enough for us to say we took care of the bigots. But you know, the reality is, on most of our campuses, we're even silent when the bigots speak. So we have to be sure that we are as attentive to the subtlety and the microaggressions and don't look just for the big issues and problems, because it's often in the mounting subtleties that really wear people out.